how to do what you love and earn a nice juicy salary from it. I think that's a question nearly everybody has asked themselves once or often in their life, and because I don't really see a lot of people giving like clear instructions on how to do it, yeah, here's the cheat code to life no one has told you before. 8 steps really condense it nicely and summarize it. The first step is to actually do what you love. Surprise. And then the second one is to do it in public, which means publishing on the internet versus offline. Public doesn't only mean, I don't know, selling it in front of your house. You don't get enough exposure from that. So public means on the internet. Then attract an audience. Also, the sustainable way is on the internet, because people can easily follow you and then stay in contact with you for a long time. If you try to do it like all of this the offline way, it's way too hard for people to stay in contact with you. So attract an audience also online. The fourth step is to build your project, something valuable. Usually if you build something, there's a set of problems you have to overcome, and there's just challenges you solved along the way. And we as humans, we naturally create value by just living our lives and solving our problems. Thereby you will create value and attract the audience and keep it. Then all of these learnings you had while building your project, you should then share them for free. Maybe then even later turn it into a product which is paid. Most likely something digital, like all the learnings in a course, to help other people who also want to do this achieve the same thing in like 1/10 of the time and with like 1/10 of the errors. You basically find the group of people who want to do a similar thing and you help them achieve it. And in the 6th step, it's about learning to persuade and to sell to them. Many people don't like the word selling, but it's just like I just described. I rather describe it as you help people get what they want. And here the strategy is to just give all the time, and eventually people will come to you and say, okay, how can I work closer with you? I really like what you're doing. And in this phase, you can then also put a price tag on it. To get, for example, now money is always to give first, and if you keep that mindset for a long enough time, then there's like a really low chance that this doesn't work. The problem is that people want to get too soon, but yeah, if you just keep on giving, everything nice will come in life will come to you. And so the 7th step is to promote yourself, because without promoting yourself, let's say you no longer want to do the thing you love and want to do something else, then you would have to start from 0 if you have never promoted yourself too. So, that's why I'm also now building in my personal brand that allows to just switch things and just also build trust. And there's so many things that benefit it, like probably investing in your personal brand, the best investment in life. The 8th step is just to repeat step 1 to 7, iterate with feedback, like get you a mentor, a coach, or I don't know, or friends. Just improve and adapt all of these processes. Learn how to get better at building, better at selling, and for example, just two of these skills will be enough. Now there are 2 things most people struggle with while doing this. The first of all is the first step. They don't even know what they love, so that's hard then to do all of the other steps. And the second problem is the second step. They are scared to publish online because of the criticism of the people around them. They are more scared of the opinions of others, so they let the anxiety and the fears of the people around them, they let them infiltrate their mind, which is, in my opinion, never a good thing to do. But to summarize, okay, what should you do to find out what you love is to experiment with as much as possible. Like, expose yourself to new things, to new experiences, to new people, new types of jobs, new cultures, everything which you haven't done before. It's scary because you're most likely shit in the beginning, and you're like, you don't know what to do and you don't know how it will be. There's a lot of uncertainty, but if you try out a lot of different things, you will get to know, okay, I like this, I don't like this, oh okay, I rather move in this direction, and you gain more clarity from time to time. And you should also first start with what you definitely don't want in life, because that's way easier. And after that, experiment with as many new things and expose yourself to as many new things. Yeah, that's basically the summarization of the first problem. So for the second problem on how to solve the fear of criticism, the fear of what other people think of you, my tip is to not let unnecessary fears into your consciousness. That's of course easier said than done, but you need it if you want to publish online and document your journey, document what you do, because, you know, failing publicly, doing mistakes takes courage. So here are my action steps on what I do to block all this stuff out. Is I'm not spending a lot of time on social media, and if I do, it's in a very filtered way. I only follow, for example, on X a select few, like 30 people, and if it gets more, like, I usually sort out the worst. I don't also consume news, because news for me is just projecting and making you care about fears of others which don't have anything to do with your life. Yeah, so I'm not fucking with that. Also politics, news, politics, negative people and worldviews, I cut all of this out of my life. I don't have anything to do with this. Also drama stuff, like, just cut it out. Doesn't have any benefit to you. Everyone knows that with the negative people, but we spend so much time online. But today's challenge, I think, is to absorb the wisdom of like 8 billion people on the internet without getting crushed by the fears and anxiety of everyone. That's why I have it very filtered, my social media, and I don't spend that much time on it, because most of it is fear. Another funny personal tip is, for example, I don't really listen to the recommendations of my mom. Sorry, mom. Because like any good mother, she's always worried about me. She has a lot of fear. It's the mother instinct. And for example, she also didn't want me to come to Mexico because, you know, there are so many other study abroad places that are safer. And she said, yeah, why don't you study in another country? So I don't let these recommendations or negative projections about me, what I should do with my life, for example, also not from my mother, into my mind, because yeah, I need to keep it sane in here. And I also want to challenge your perspective of fear if you want to publish online or do anything. That think of it like this: if the block to doing what you love is the fear and the opinions, the thinking and criticism of others, if that's the only thing, I think the trade is worth making every time. Yeah, so for example, starving artists, they stop at step one. They only do what they love, but they never publish online. So they miss out on all of the beautiful stuff of like living with a good salary and gaining freedom, because they might have never overcome this fear. Here's also my plan to what I described above, because I think it's always good to, you know, everyone can speak of a step-by-step process, but I want to give you my examples of every step. I think it helps to see another perspective. So what do I love to do? It's excessive learning. I love learning about the things I want to learn about, not some boring stuff. I'm passionate about teaching my lessons, building cool shit, building stuff with people I like, developing myself, pursuing mastery. I think pursuing mastery is one of the easiest ways to get to a fulfilled life. Building awesome relationships, traveling the world, living healthy, authentic, full of energy, which comes with all of the other stuff. Just working on fulfilling projects and creating a tribe of like-minded people. That's some of the stuff I love. Doing it public, it's self-explanatory. I'm doing it right now. Every project that I will also start will be documented. yeah, building projects like my e-commerce company I built. Now I'm building my personal brand. What will I sell as a product? For example, I will organize a surf workation in Europe, probably like Portugal, Spain, where I bring people of my community together in real life. You know, I won't charge a higher price. I just organize everything for free, and then, you know, people just have to pay the price of the surf camp, because, you know, first give, and at some point you can also ask and get. I wanna share my stuff, how I organize my life in Notion, for example, and, you know, selling maybe templates of it. Over the last few years, I built systems for my other company. Now I'm building it for content creation and distribution. And, you know, why not sharing all of this knowledge and the system in, you know, one digital product? For the sixth step, learning to persuade, sell, and this stuff, I'm doing it right now with learning how to write to keep attention, so people actually read it and listen to you, like YouTube scripts. I'm writing on Twitter right now. Seventh step, promoting myself. I'm doing it right now, so people who want to get closer to me and want to get me know me more, you know, they have a place on the internet. Also, you know, giving value to other people as often as I can. And, you know, eighth step, I'm constantly improving myself, pursuing mastery. But what I'm also doing, which is, I think, one of the best tips at the end, is I'm not doing it alone. I have a mentor which I constantly check in with. He keeps me accountable. I keep him accountable. Yeah, it's one of the most important things to not do it alone, because if you want to do something for a long time and to make it sustainable and also fun, then find somebody you can do it with, because that's the most fun, fulfilling, and easiest way to achieve anything. Don't do it alone. Yeah, that's my tip for the last step. Iterate with feedback, not doing it alone. Find your community, maybe find my community. I think there should be a lot of cool people underneath in the comment section. Peace out, much love, Julian.